Welcome, deep divers. So, driving. Whether you love the open road, or maybe it's just the daily commute, or perhaps, yeah, maybe you get a bit tense behind the wheel sometimes. It's something almost all of us do. But how often do we really, truly think about our relationship with the road?
Yeah.
Like, how confident are we? How prepared? And, importantly, how safe are we? Not just for ourselves, but for everyone else out there, too.
Exactly. And that reflection, that's really what we're diving into today. Our mission here is, well, to give you a shortcut, a way to become a more informed, more confident, and definitely a safer driver. We've been digging through some really fascinating insights, unearthing some surprising facts, actually, and lots of practical tips about defensive and, well, advanced driving.
Yeah, and the source material for this deep dive, it comes from someone truly uh, passionate about driving, like really dedicated. This person spent years, and we mean years, just analyzing thousands of real-life driving videos. Think about that.
Yeah.
And they took all that footage, all those, split-second decisions, common mistakes, hazards, and built a whole course around it,
Yeah.
all driven by this genuine desire to help people stay safe on the road.
Right. So this deep dive is for you. Maybe you're a pretty new driver, still getting comfortable. Or maybe you're thinking, hey, could I save some money on my insurance? That's in here too. Or maybe you just want to feel more confident, more in control, to navigate the road, like what the source calls a street survivor.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't just react to danger, but actually anticipates it, avoids it, makes safety just, part of how they drive. If any of that sounds like you, well, you're in the right place.
Okay, so let's get into it. The origin story here is fascinating. The founder of this material, they say driving's been a passion since before they could even legally drive, like dreaming about it.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a passing phase. Years back, they actually completed an accredited advanced driver's course, and that wasn't the end point. It was more like a starting block. They've spent all the time since then just refining those skills, real-world driving, real experience.
That dedication really comes through. And you mentioned analyzing thousands of videos. That's a huge amount of data. Did anything jump out from all that analysis? Any like common threads or surprising mistakes people make over and over?
Oh, definitely. One really big thing was this idea of visual lead time. It sounds simple, look ahead, but it's more nuanced. It's about where you're looking much further down the road than most people naturally do, and actively scanning for potential conflicts before they even start to develop. Often you need to look past the car right in front, see the flow 2, 3, even 4 cars ahead. And what makes their approach unique is how they teach this. They use real footage from their own drives, so you're basically riding along, hearing their commentary, seeing hazards develop in real time. It's very practical.
That sounds incredibly useful, seeing it happen rather than just reading about it. And they even offer live one-on-one remote lessons too, so it's personalized.
Exactly. Tailored help. And the founder's hope, really, is that sharing all these lessons helps the people you care about stay safer out there, building that street survivor mindset, proactive safety.
Okay, let's pivot a bit to defensive driving courses specifically. You hear about them sometimes for insurance, sometimes court-ordered, but you're saying they're much more than just ticking a box.
Absolutely. They go way beyond the basic skills you learn for your license. It's less about the what the rules and more about the how. How you think, how you anticipate, how you manage risk on the road.
So what's the core shift? Is it about changing habits or more like changing your entire perspective?
It's definitely about perspective. Developing a proactive mindset. These courses teach you strategies, right? How to spot potential hazards early, like learning the tells subtle cues from other drivers that signal what they might do even before they indicate. A slight drift, a head turn. Stuff like that helps you stay calm when things get hairy, and crucially, helps you avoid getting caught up in accidents caused by, say, aggressive drivers or someone on their phone. The aim is to make you more confident, yeah, but also more capable,
Yeah.
focused, proactive.
And let's not forget the practical side, the money. You mentioned insurance discounts. Up to 15% potentially? That's
Yeah.
pretty significant.
It really can be. Though always check with your own insurance company first. You need to know exactly which courses they recognize, what the requirements are,
Good talk.
and beyond discounts, think about traffic tickets. In a lot of U.S. states, taking one of these courses can help you get a ticket dismissed, or maybe reduce points on your license. That's huge. It can prevent your license getting suspended, keep your insurance rates from jumping up, which they definitely do with points. So it protects your driving record and your wallet.
That feeling of being prepared, being in control,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like a major benefit too, especially for certain drivers.
Definitely. It really reinforces safe habits, makes you feel more in control. They often use real-world advice, sometimes even simulations. It's especially valuable for, say, teen drivers just starting out, or maybe older drivers wanting a refresher, or even just anxious drivers, or someone who hasn't driven much in a while. It builds confidence.
And what about specific situations like bad weather?
Yeah, that's a big one. Dangerous road conditions. Most people know slow down in rain, right? But these courses go deeper, like how to handle hydroplaning, maybe using a light, steady throttle instead of braking, techniques for ice, snow, fog, driving at night, or even just dealing with heavy traffic on the highway, managing space. It's concrete advice for tricky situations.
Okay, that makes sense. And the ultimate goal, obviously, is fewer accidents. So these techniques, maintaining falling distance, adjusting speed, predicting others, they demonstrably reduce collision risk.
Drastically, yes. It's about giving yourself time and space to react, and it's not just about you. It's about protecting your passengers, yeah, but also pedestrians, cyclists, everyone sharing the road. It's a shared responsibility.
Hmm. And you mentioned something about efficiency, too. How does defensive driving connect to saving fuel?
Right. It's an often overlooked benefit. Defensive driving usually means smoother driving, less hard braking, less sudden acceleration, more anticipation. That smooth style, it directly improves your fuel economy, sometimes quite a bit. And it also reduces wear and tear on your car brakes, tires, suspension. So yeah, you save money at the pump, and your car lasts longer. Plus, it's better for the environment. Win, win, win.
And finally, sometimes it's not optional, is it, for certain jobs?
Exactly. For professional drivers, delivery services, truckers, anyone driving for a company fleet, these courses are often mandatory, a job requirement. And even if it's not required, having it on your resume, it shows employers you're serious about safety. That's always a plus.
So bottom line, way more than just a piece of paper. It's an investment.
A really smart investment, yeah. In your safety, your finances, your whole experience on the road.
Okay, we've talked about the why formal training is so beneficial. Let's get down to brass tacks, the fundamentals. Those things maybe experienced drivers forget or if they knew when they started.
Right. Those first steps. Let's start with practical skills. Parking, it seems basic, but it trips people up. Parallel parking, sure, but also just getting into tight spots cleanly, it really takes practice. Using your mirrors effectively, learning your car's corners, practicing in quiet spots helps a ton.
Good advice. And mirrors. More to it than just a quick glance.
Oh, yeah. Properly adjusting them to minimize those blind spots is critical. It's not just about seeing directly behind, but getting that wider view. It takes a few tries to get it right for your seating position. And night driving is a completely different ballgame. Needs extra focus. Keep those headlights clean and aimed correctly. Makes a huge difference in what you can actually see and avoids blinding oncoming traffic.
Okay, vehicle care. Sometimes feels like a chore, but you're saying it's crucial for safety.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Regular maintenance oil changes, checking your tires, getting brakes inspected. This isn't just about avoiding breakdowns, it is safety. Knowing basic checks yourself is important too. Tire pressure is super important for handling and braking, checking oil, coolant. These simple things can prevent huge problems down the line. And keeping your car clean, it's not just vanity. Clean windows, clean mirrors, clean lights, that's essential visibility.
Makes sense. Now, the core safety stuff, the things we hear all the time, but maybe don't always internalize.
Top of the list. Seatbelts. Always. Every single time. For everyone in the car. The data is just undeniable. They save lives. Period. And distractions, we know phones are bad, obviously. Texting while driving is incredibly dangerous. But it's broader than that. Eating, messing with the radio, even intense conversations, anything that takes your mental focus off the road is a risk. It's called cognitive distraction.
Right, your brain is busy elsewhere, even if your eyes are on the road.
Exactly. Which leads right into driving defensively. Assume others might make a mistake. Expect the unexpected. Keep that safe following distance. The 3-second rule is a good starting point. More in bad weather. Be ready to react. Build yourself a safety buffer.
And understanding the rules.
Yeah.
Not just to pass the test, but for everyday safety.
Absolutely. Speed limits, for instance. They aren't suggestions. They're set based on road design, conditions, safety. Don't let faster traffic pressure you into exceeding them. And right-of-way rules. Knowing who goes when at intersections, roundabouts, understanding these clearly prevents so many potential collisions. Same goes for parking rules. Avoid tickets and towing.
What about the financial side for new drivers, beyond the car itself?
Insurance. It's crucial. Understand your policy, what's covered, what isn't, and definitely shop around for rates. They can vary a lot. Fuel efficiency, again, smooth driving saves money, like we said. Avoid gunning it from lights or slamming on brakes. Steady speeds are your friend. And always, always budget for unexpected costs. Tires, repairs, things happen. Having a buffer helps.
Road etiquette seems important too, how we interact with other drivers.
Hugely important. Be courteous. Use your signals. Let people know what you intend to do. Don't tailgate. It's aggressive and dangerous. Practice patience. We all make mistakes. And dealing with aggressive drivers, that needs a specific approach. Don't engage. Stay calm. Avoid eye contact. Let them pass if you can safely do so. Your goal is de-escalation, not winning.
Good advice. And general awareness.
Yeah, know your route if possible, especially if it's unfamiliar. Adjust your driving for weather, rain, snow, wind, sun glare. They all impact safety. And staying updated on traffic news can help you avoid jams or road closures. Be prepared.
Personal prep too, right? Before you even start the engine.
Yes, adjust your seat properly. Adjust your mirrors every time you get in, especially if someone else drove the car. Make sure you're comfortable and have maximum visibility. Keep an emergency kit in the car. Basic first aid, flashlight, jumper cables, maybe some water and snacks, and know what to do in a roadside emergency. How to change a tire safely, or what to do if the car overheats. Knowing this reduces panic.
And finally, the mindset. It's okay to be a bit nervous starting out.
Totally okay. Driving is complex. Confidence comes with practice. Don't be afraid to ask experienced drivers for tips or help. And crucially, never stop learning. Driving is a skill you refine over your entire life. Embrace that continuous learning.
Which perfectly leads us into advanced driving, taking things beyond defensive driving. So, defensive is about avoiding trouble, mitigating risk. Advanced is about honing control, mastering the vehicle.
That's a good way to put it. Advanced driving courses really focus on improving your skills at a higher level. Techniques for vehicle control, like understanding weight transfer during braking and cornering. How to manage speed effectively through turns. How to handle genuinely hazardous situations, like a high-speed skid. For example, they might teach something called trail braking, braking into a corner and gradually easing off as you turn. It helps stabilize the car. All this leads directly to increased safety, reducing accident risk even further.
And does the insurance benefits still apply here? For advanced courses?
Often, yes. Insurance companies see drivers with advanced training as even lower risk. So, potential for reduced premiums again, check with your provider, of course. And confidence, it gets a huge boost. Really understanding how your car behaves, feeling more connected to it, that makes you feel much more in control. Less stress, less anxiety behind the wheel.
We talked about fuel economy with defensive driving. Does that improve more with advanced techniques?
It can, yes, because advanced driving often emphasizes smoothness and efficiency even more. Precise inputs, looking further ahead, it all contributes to using less fuel. But maybe the biggest thing is gaining a much deeper understanding of vehicle dynamics. Not just theory, but feeling how your car responds to steering, braking, acceleration on different surfaces, how traction changes. This lets you optimize your driving instinctively for both performance and safety. Plus, they really drill down on situational awareness, training you to anticipate and avoid hazards even earlier, even more effectively.
So, wrapping it all up. Whether it's a defensive course or going for advanced training, it's clear this isn't just about passing a test or fulfilling a requirement.
Not at all. It's a smart move. A real investment in yourself, your safety, your passenger safety.
Your finances, too.
Right. Your finances and just your overall confidence and competence on the road for years to come.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you, our listeners. Considering everything we've talked about today, anticipating hazards, understanding your car, staying aware, what's one simple change, maybe just one small adjustment you could make in your daily driving starting tomorrow? One thing to proactively become more of a street survivor.
Definitely something to think about. And we really encourage you to look into defensive or advanced driving resources if this sparked your interest. Keep learning. Stay safe out there.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.